you go through a whole career and you think you've done it all, and all of a sudden something like this comes onto your lap, and it's like, wow.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Up and Adams Show presented by Mafia Chronicles. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are sitting with a living legend, an award-winning actor who's frequently worked with Paul Thomas Anderson in the movies Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, Boogie Nights, so much more countless films. And honestly, some of my personal films he's done, Carlito's Way and The Count of Monte Cristo. You can also catch him playing Gomez Addams in the new Netflix show Wednesday. Please welcome Luis Guzman. How's it going?
Do I clap?
Hey, yeah, big audience. I wish I had a live audience. It'd be so much more exciting. That way, it would be
That'll be
big
that'll
applause.
be that'll be that'll be next year.
Next year, hopefully. Knock on wood, my friend. But
Yes.
thank you so much for joining me. It's such an honor to have you on. I'm such a big fan of you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you
And
for having me.
I want to congratulate you on the Wednesday show. It's so good. Your portrayal of Gomez Addams is phenomenal. And working with Tim Burton, who's done so many iconic films, and he has such a unique style, and he's brought this whole entire Addams Family universe to a whole new light, I find. And just to show people a picture of the character you play, Gomez Addams, and I related it to the comic book version because that's what Tim Burton, he wanted your character to resemble. He wanted to stay true to the comics and stuff.
Right.
What about this series do you think stands out from the other adaptations of the Addams Family?
Man, it's just a continuation of a family legacy. And it really does take on the perspective of Wednesday, who is now in high school, boarding school, and again, it's a continuation of that love of family, the fatherly love that's there, the love of a husband towards his wife, and it's not a renaissance, It's again, it's just a continuation of a beautiful family legacy. Because look, um, I was speaking to an older gentleman yesterday at the store. And he said, "Oh, I love Wednesday. I love Wednesday, and I love it because I grew up with watching the Addams Family when it was first in black and white and stuff." So we had this whole conversation because I too used to watch it when it was in black and white, you know, and to see the movie when Raul Julia and Angelica Houston were in there, and this is like next level stuff, and Tim Burton at the helm, you know, the writers of the show, Miles and Al, man, they were so freaking incredible. Um, this wasn't a slapstick type of show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was so it was so well written that the situations became funny. The dialogue was funny. It wasn't it wasn't about slipping on a banana.
exactly. I think it brought a new element of a real life aspect to it that people can relate to a lot more.
Yeah.
And also, too, it's been so successful that the show is finally getting a season two, which I'm sure you're very excited to again reprise your role as Gomez Addams. And
Oh yeah, man. Again, it's a wonderful opportunity. Um, Man, working with Jenna, working with Catherine Zeta-Jones, working with Isaac, who plays Pugsley, and hopefully we'll get to see some of that brotherly love between Gomez and Uncle Festa.
of course, of course, of course. And actually, speaking of Jenna, I saw a cool video on YouTube of you and Jenna eating Mexican and Puerto Rican food. I thought that was so interesting. You and Jenna both come from a Puerto Rican background. I know she's also part Mexican as well. But in knowing that, did that also help create a special bond on set, getting to talk about your background and like kind of connecting through your heritage a bit?
Well, the fact that we both have the Latin last names pretty much closed the deal for us on that, you know? Um, but we also acknowledge that too. We acknowledge that with the work that we put into it, and you know, uh, sometimes if there was something about the dialogue that we just wanted to change up or something, which didn't happen often, but because again, the show was well written, but there were certain things that we addressed, and it just all worked out for the better, man, because it's all about complementing not only us as actors, but also our writers, our director, and our producing team. So I think that was acknowledged very much throughout by everyone, and I'm really proud of that.
Absolutely. And even with Tim Burton, like I mentioned, he's such an iconic director. Did you also watch a lot of his films prior to doing Wednesdays? I know when you got the call from him, you were so
Oh
ecstatic.
my
Like,
God. Okay,
you
okay, okay. Let me stop you right there.
yeah, yeah.
Who hasn't watched Tim Burton movies? I've watched Tim Burton movies throughout my lifetime. I didn't even have to study. Listen, I was just blown away the fact that he wanted to talk to me about this project. And I was like, what? I'm in, baby. Let's go. And listen, man, it was an honor for me to do it because, again, you go through a whole career and you think you've done it all. And all of a sudden, something like this comes onto your lap, and it's like, wow. And you honor people like John Ashton, like Raul Julia, you know, uh, and to be able to step into that